As I've said, baseball is weird, and you just can't count this Jays team out. And just like that, after 2 games in Seattle, the Blue Jays have evened the series up at 2 games apiece. With an 8-2 victory tonight, and 41-year-old Max Scherzer getting the victory and being remarkable. There's so many things to talk about. Jays fans, I just got to tell you this. The Jays are two wins away from going to the World Series. Like, what is this world we're living in? Now, I'm not saying they're going to get there. Still, hey, it's a 2-2 series. It ain't over yet. Far from it. But I will say, enjoy this right now, because it's fun. Bottom of the 2nd inning. Josh Naylor takes Max Scherzer deep to center. It's 1-0 Mariners, and I'm like, yeah, okay, the long ball, that's the scary part with Max on the hill. Then, top half of the 3rd inning, with Isaiah Kiner-Falefa leading us off. He doubles down the 3rd baseline. Great start. Andres Gimenez at the dish, and I'm like, all right, does he bunt again? Right? Because all the talk yesterday was about, they didn't have the bunt on, and then he hit a 2-run shot. I'm like, well, are they going to put it on today? You're only down 1-0. You want to get the guy in scoring position for the top of the lineup, right? No, they just let him swing away, and he drives one deep to right, and it's gone again. Andres Gimenez. He did it yesterday in the 3rd inning with the guy at second. He did it again today. This time, it puts the Blue Jays in front. It's 2-1, a 2-run shot off of Luis Castillo, and the Blue Jays are up 2-1. George Springer then grounds out, but then Nathan Lucas singles to center field. Then Vladdy rips a single up the middle. Then Kirky draws a walk, and the bases are loaded with 1 out for Dalton Varsho. And they go right to the bullpen. I thought it was a smart move, going to the bullpen here. You can't screw around. The bases are loaded. There's only 1 out. Clearly Castillo doesn't have it. And they bring in the lefty, Gabe Spire. And Varsho battles a tough lefty and ends up walking in a run. Nathan Lucas comes across to score. And your Toronto Blue Jays lead it. Was it 3-1 at this point? Yeah, 3-1 Blue Jays. They drove 3-piece in the 3rd. We're feeling good. Bottom 3, Scherzer gets through it. Top half of the 4th inning. I think the manager... What was his name? I can't remember. Wilson? No, hold on a minute. Let me actually find this out, because I want to get this right. Okay, Seattle Mariners manager. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't get this. Dan Wilson. Right, I thought it was Wilson. After IKF singles to center field to start the inning, because, again, he's got 2 hits now, Andres Gimenez, a gorgeous sac bunt, moves him up to second base. Awesome there. And then this happens. They have the right-hander, Matt Brash, in the bullpen ready to go. He's just standing there ready. George Springer at the plate. I'm thinking, okay, you can go multiple ways here. They could walk George Springer to have the lefty-lefty matchup with Nathan Lucas and double play in order there. Or they say, screw that, bring in Matt Brash right away to face George Springer. They do neither. They let George swing the bat, and he doubles to left field, scoring IKF. I am baffled, absolutely baffled. They let George swing the bat there, or at least let him swing the bat against the lefty. But who cares? Jays now lead at 4-1. Nathan Lucas then grounds out to short, but Springer goes to third. So we got third, 2 out. They finally bring in Matt Brash to face Vladdy. And it's a ball in the dirt. It gets past Raleigh. In comes Springer. Jays now lead at 5-1. Incredible scene of events, what we just witnessed. Now, let's keep going, shall we? Bottom half of the 5th inning rolls around. Okay? And Canzone singles to center field. And we're like, all right, you got to have a short leash on Max here. He gets J.P. Crawford to fly out to center field. He then gets Leo Rivas to line out to Barger and right. And you got 2 out. And I think, all right, there's your landing spot to take him out. He gets 2 out. You got the top of the lineup up there for a 3rd time. And you see John Schneider run out of the dugout. And obviously at this point, we've seen Max Scherzer look at the dugout and go, whoa! I don't know if he said something like, yeah, I'm good. And then John Schneider was like, all right, you good? He's like, yeah, let's go. John Schneider turns around and goes back to the dugout. Mad Max doing his thing, being a psychopath. And what does he do? Strikes out Randy Arozarena to get out of the fifth inning. Nutso stuff from Max Scherzer. Incredible. Now, the Jays don't score in the top half of the sixth inning, and then we hear from Dan Shulman, he's coming back out for the sixth, and I'm like, what? Okay, look, I love the getting out of the fifth, but let's not get crazy. You've got Cal Raleigh to deal with now. What are we doing? You're up 5-1, I get it, but it's not like you're up 10-0. What are we doing? And he proceeds to get Cal Raleigh to fly out to Barger. Strikes out Julio on a nasty-looking slider or cutter, whatever the hell that thing was. Disgusting. And then he's got 2 out. He walks Jorge Polanco, and then comes Schneider, getting Fluharty the lefty. I mean, incredible Max Scherzer outing. Ridiculous, just marvelous. Exactly what this team needed and some. Helps they got the early offense, but in the end, he was nails in this game. And then Fluharty comes on, walks Josh Naylor, and then Eugenio Suarez kind of inside outs to single the right field, scoring Polanco. But then Naylor gets thrown out of third. I'm really not sure as to why you would do that, because the tying run then comes to the plate. But he gets thrown out of third. The inning's now over. Okay, I'm fine with giving up the 1 run if that means the inning's going to be over. You only got 9 outs to play with. You're up 3 runs. We're good. Then we go top of the 7th inning. And Vladdy at the dish. And he drives one to right field off of Bizzardo, and it's gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s 5th home run of the postseason. And all that talk on the socials about the bad first couple of games. All the bad first couple of games where he didn't have a hit. And then he proceeds to absolutely crush baseballs in Seattle. And with the 5 home runs, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has hit the most home runs in Blue Jays franchise history in the postseason with 5. It is incredible. Now, obviously the Jays, before the 2015-16 hadn't played since 93, so it's been a long time, so a lot of those records, but he passes Jose Bautista for home runs in the postseason. And he has 5 of them in this playoff run that we've had so far. Crazy. Top half of the 8th inning, the Jays still trying to add on. They bring in Emerson Hancock out of the bullpen. Ernie singles to left because, of course, he does. Barger then walks Ernie up to second. They bring in Miles Straw to pinch run for Barger. And then a great sack bunt from IKF, moving both guys up. And you have second and third, 1 out for Andres Jimenez. Infield, and he singles up the middle, scoring Ernie, scoring Miles. It is 8-2 Blue Jays. Oh, yeah, I already did the Eugenio Suarez stuff. Anyways, regardless of that. You lead at 8-2. It's ball game after that. It's curtains. Jays score 8 runs on 11 hits today. Strike out 7 times. Walked 4 times. Let's get to these player stats. George Springer, 1 for 5. Don't care. Scored a run and drove in 1. Nathan Lucas, 1 for 4. Also walked 1. Got a base twice and scored a run. Vladdy, 2 for 5 of the runs scored and a homer. RBI. Just unreal. Alejandro Kirk and Dalton Varsho went a combined 0 for 8 with 5 strikeouts. But Varsho got an RBI, kind of, you got the walk, so great stuff there. Both guys walked once. Ernie Clement stays red hot in the postseason, 2 for 5 of the runs scored. Barger went 1 for 3, got a double late in this game. He needed that and the walk. So his last 2 at-bats were a double and a walk. You like what you saw there. Miles Straw literally came off the bench and scored a run. There you go. And your bottom half of the lineup of Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, who, let's be honest, we were all kind of scratching our heads saying, why is he in the lineup? Not really sure. He proceeds to go 2 for 3 and scores 2 runs. Of course he does. And Andres Jimenez, after his big day yesterday, goes 2 for 3 with a run scored, a home run, drives in 4 of the 8 runs. Your 9-hitter. This team is they grind you down, man. If it ain't Kirky and Varsho, what happened yesterday? Kirky had a 3-run shot. Varsho had the 2-run double. They didn't do squat today. Well, IKF picks them up. Vladdy goes deep. Andres Jimenez does his thing again. It's a team effort as usual. Remarkable. Max Scherzer, 5 2/3, 3 hits allowed, 2 runs, strikes out 5, and walks 4. But albeit, I think 3 of them were in the early parts of this ball game. He was outstanding today. You needed this desperately, and 41-year-old Max Scherzer got it done. Now, there's a stat here that the Jays just posted on Twitter. Senior Moments playing tonight. Max Scherzer, Aaron Rodgers, and Joe Flacco. Anyways, enough of that. Mason flew hard with a third of an inning, allowed a hit and a walk, so not great there, but who cares? And Louis Varland, a clean inning of work, very clean. I think he threw 12 pitches, maybe? Where is he? 6 pitches, in fact. Jeff Hoffman, he looked very good today. Clean inning of work, no base runners, 2 punch outs, both looking, and it was Julio Rodriguez and Randy Arozarena. Yeah, okay. And Sir Anthony Dominguez allowed a single to Josh Naylor, but got a strikeout. Clean inning of work there in the 9th inning. And the Toronto Blue Jays have clawed back into this series, and it is 2-2. It is incredible. Tomorrow, Game 5 of this series in Seattle against the Mariners, a 6:08 first pitch at T-Mobile Park. Look, it's a massive game. Let's be honest. You win that one, you get 2 shots to close it out in Toronto. You lose tomorrow, you've got to win both in Toronto. Kevin Gausman gets the bump for the Blue Jays tomorrow, and Bryce Miller gets the ball. The pitching matchup that we saw in Game 1, where neither team had a whole lot of offense going for them, that is the pitching matchup tomorrow. I got nothing else to say to you guys. I really don't. All right, so you know what? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, and of course this dub today in every which way, smack that like button to appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys know that's already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from the game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you guys, of course. Leafs edition Saturday. They host the Kraken at 7 o'clock. Raptors home against the Nets tomorrow, right? For the final preseason game. Oh, yeah, it's 7 o'clock tomorrow. Let's be honest, Jays are on at 6. You think I'm watching the Raptors preseason game? Not very much, man. And for the Toronto Blue Jays, as I mentioned, Game 5 of the ALCS goes tomorrow night, 6:08 first pitch at T-Mobile Park. Jays, Mariners. Kevin Gausman, Bryce Miller. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and are jacked up for tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I already said that, but I'm too excited. We'll talk to you guys then.